Hello, it's your favorite sports thunk here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry. Knicks beat the Celtics, advanced to the Eastern Conference Finals. The New York Knicks had the third longest conference final drought, 24 years, in the NBA. That ended tonight. Jalen Brunson was 3 years old the last time the Knicks made the Eastern Conference Finals. It was 2000? Okay, it's 2000, excuse me. 2000. But they do it thanks to a balanced scoring effort. Miles Bridges, 22 points. OG Anunoby, 23 points. Cat, 21 points and 12 rebounds. Jalen Brunson, 23 points. And Josh Hart had a triple-double, 10 points, 11 rebounds, 11 assists, as they roll decisively by, 38? By 38 points over the over the Boston Celtics, playing without Jason Tatum. There have been a lot of discussion over the last couple of days. Oh, this team plays better without Jason Tatum. You mean to tell me a team is better without a four-time All-NBA selection, a perennial All-Star? You trying to tell me your team is better without one of the better players in the NBA? I never believed that for a second. Don't listen. One game, anything can happen. We know. But everybody knows that they were not beating the Knicks. The Knicks weren't going to lose 3 games without the team's best player. But they roll by 38, and they're going to the Eastern Conference Finals to face the team that they faced in the Eastern Conference semifinals last year. That is the Indiana Pacers. Joe, you watched this game.
Hold on.
Boston reverted to do what they do. You want to turn it? Okay, go ahead.
Time out.
Because you did say, Ocho. Ocho said, "Are you guys sure the Knicks don't have a chance?" I said, "Ocho, I don't know." I said, I think the Celtics 5, maybe 6. I think the Celtics gonna get it. You're like, nah, I'm gonna ride with the Knicks.
Now listen, I am a Heat fan.
All right, you in the parade. You the Grand Marshal. Take off
now,
with it.
Before we go on, now I want to make sure. Now I don't know if we remember, or Ash, I might need you to go back and check the tape, because I remember, if I'm not mistaken, both of you picked the Celtics to win. I think, Unc, you said in 5. Joe, you might have said 6. And on top of that, then I said, okay, let's make it light on yourself. Let's make a little side bet. Both of you chose to say a certain dollar amount that
I ain't bet nothing. I said I ain't betting the man that already owed me money.
Okay, that's what you said?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Joe, you owe me 500, Joe.
We ain't betting no 500, man.
I promise you, you said 500.
We bet a light 100, all right?
Okay.
We bet a light 100.
Hold on. What, are you on my text?
But that joker know he a con. He tried to get over with everybody.
I was just trying to charge a little interest.
Yeah, we had a nice little friendly bet. You won the bet, man. Yeah.
Okay. So you need my cash out? What you need?
Hold on.
I don't think
we'll talk about it later. We ain't got time right now. We ain't got time. Oh, what we got going, baby?
Yeah. But the Knicks got 4 guys with 20 points or more. You got a triple-double from Josh Hart. Who was that? Miles McBride came off the bench, gave you 10 solid quick points, and they rolled. They were 19 of 21 from the free throw line, 16 of 46 from the 3. They shot 46% from the floor. They did a great job of they turned the ball over a little, but it didn't matter. You could tell early on in the game how this game was going to end. It was not going to end favorably for the Boston Celtics. They really had only one guy that could get anything going, because early on, only Jalen Brown was doing anything. Everybody else was just clanking and clanking and clanking. And I wonder how many points the Knicks are going to actually win by, because this is not going to be a close game, and it's not going to be pretty. Joe, what do you think? Look? Other than being outgunned, why did you think it got so out of hand so quick for the Boston Celtics?
I think the Knicks really understood the moment. They didn't want to go back to Boston. And they just came out with that fight and that desire, that intensity to win and get this series over with. I thought Jaylen Brown came to play. He gave him a great little boost. But, man, Unc and Ocho, when you get down like that in the playoffs and you ain't got the firepower to fight back, oh, man, this game was over well before it even really got started, to be honest with
you. Derek Wright was a minus 45 in plus minus. Jaylen Brown was minus 30. Holiday, minus 34. Luke Cornett was minus 16. Al Horford was minus 33. I don't know if I've ever seen somebody minus 45. Just like Shea was plus 51, I don't know if I've ever seen somebody minus 45 and plus minus, Joe. But you're right. I mean, the Knicks got it going. They pounded them on the glass, plus 19 on the glass, plus 6 offensive rebound. Everything was in the Knicks' favor. And the scoreboard would indicate that. It was a close ball game in this first quarter, 26-20. You're like, okay, Boston, you hung around. But the next thing you know, it's a 38-17. So now you're down 27. You're down 35 at the end of you're 35 at the end of the.
Yeah.
So
this is a tough one because the Knicks got 6 guys in double figures. So by committee, they beat you. They 2 top guns, Cat and Brunson. They did their thing as far as playing, being efficient, making plays, just playing hard. And then these other guys like the OGs. OG gave you 23 tonight. I mean, this is closeout basketball, man. They did not want to go back to Boston. And man, New York is in a frenzy right now, man, because Unc and Ocho.
I know they're going crazy out there, boy.
Hey, they got a chance to make it to the finals, man. And this is great for basketball. Yeah.
Yeah. They got an excellent chance. These teams are familiar with each other. It's 2 different styles. One want to grind you out. The other want to get up and down. Sometimes the Knicks will go with their 2 bigs, Mitchell Robinson and Cat. The only big that the Pacers have is Miles Turner. They don't really play TB, Thomas Bryant, and Miles Turner together. So it's going to be very interesting to see because if you put Miles Turner on Mitchell Robinson, that means Pascal Siakam has to deal with Cat. Cat has the advantage. And then when Cat gets his butt down on the block, when Cat is not selling for threes, Cat's unguardable. There's nobody that's currently in the playoffs that can deal with Cat. Nobody. Nah, not when he decides like I'm going to the block.
Yeah. I think, Ocho, I think you're gonna have to play Cat at the 5 a lot this series against Indiana, because you're gonna have to deal with Siakam. He's a very important piece in this series who could ultimately win you a series. I don't like the fact that Cat will have to guard him, so I think you're gonna.
Well, Cat probably have to guard. He'll probably guard Miles Turner, but Miles Turner can step out to the 3. Miles is a stretch
if
5.
Cat is in there with big fella, if he in
with Mitchell Robinson. Yes.
But man, these 2 teams kind of mirror each other to me. They both blue collar teams, hardworking.
Yeah,
don't beat you by committee. You don't really know who's gonna be. Especially for the Knicks, Brunson has been, clutch pretty much the whole playoffs, the whole season. But this is gonna be a good series, man. 2 gritty teams who ain't gonna play a lot of pretty basketball. It's gonna be some ugly games.
Ugly.
Yeah. And you got guys that can defend. You got Nembhard that can defend, Neesmith that can defend. You got Mathburn who can defend. So you got some guys, Siakam, that can defend. The same thing. You got Miles Bridges. You got OG. You got Josh Hart. You got guys on the Knicks that can defend at an elite level. So I agree with you. It's going to be who takes care of the basketball the best. Because if you turn the basketball over against the Pacers, they laying it up before you look around at the official like that was a foul. They're laying the ball up at the other end. So these are 2 teams that we saw them last year. It went 7 games. Indiana went to MSG, won Game 7 on the Knicks floor. But this is a different Knicks team. This is not they traded out Julius Randle, brought in Cat, and it seems to be working really, really well. Cat and them, Julius Randle, them, they're in the Western Conference Finals. They're waiting the winner of the Nuggets and the OKC Thunder. But I thought the Knicks, I don't know if the Knicks can play any better. I mean, you got 4 guys with 20-plus points, and look at the plus, and you got Josh Hart gave you a triple-double, and Miles McBride, who's been playing very well in the limited role that he's been playing, making big shots, playing some really good defense. It's going to be a great series. Would I be surprised if it went 6 or 7? Nope.
Okay, I got the most important question for both of you again before a series starts. Now, when it comes to boxing, styles win fights. Based on a certain person's style, you understand who probably has a better chance of winning based on the outcome. So again, you got the Knicks, hard hat, blue collar team. They're gonna get it the hard way, and you got the goddamn 4x1 Pacers that like to run up and down the court. Now, who we got winning the series? Now, you say it, Mike. You say it, Mike. You can see it going 6 or 7 or 5 and 6, whatever you said. Joe, what you think? What the series going to?
Man, listen, I've doubted the Knicks, bro, this whole playoffs. I ain't gonna.
Now we waking up.
Can I,
Okay.
can I talk? Can I talk? I've been down the Knicks. I had Detroit, giving them problems, and I think
they did. Gave them more problems than the Celtics.
Problems, but I think they learned through their series. They learned a lot about themselves as far as being resilient. They lost their first game at home, and I just thought it was going to be an uphill climb, but they pretty much handled their series. And I think it prepared them for, this series right here against Boston, man. They were gritty. They were hungry. Obviously, they were the healthier team, and I just thought, they had guys made plays at the right time. And I think it's their time, bro. So I'm saying that to say this. I don't really want to bet against the Knicks no more, man. But Ocho, the Pacers got 6 dudes averaging double figures in the playoffs.
Yeah, you're right.
They got 6, maybe 7 dudes averaging double figures in the playoffs. These two teams, man, are so scary, and you don't know what you're gonna get out of them. I think, like I said, the same style as far as fight.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm giving the edge. I'm giving the edge to the Knicks because they got home court advantage.
Oh, now you want to?
They got home court advantage, man. Chill. What you want from me? Bro?
I was trying to double or nothing that bet to see if you want to run it back. But okay.
We might can put a little something on this game 7 coming up and the next series in the Western Conference. So hold your horses.
Hey, which game 7? OKC and the Nuggets?
Yeah.
Well, who you got?
I know you look like you got Denver, so I'm gonna go ahead and take OKC. Listen,
I like the young Bulls. I like the young Bulls.
You sure?
I like SGA to show up and show out and close the game out the way it should be closed out.
Hey, well, sound like we thinking alike then.
Yeah. Well,
sound like somebody scared to bet, but go ahead, huh?
So when does the Eastern Conference Finals kick off? Monday?
I think Tuesday.
Tuesday. Okay. So get a little rest. Pacers are well rested. They've been off for the last. So they're going to be out damn near a week by the time they play. So they'll be well rested. Would I be surprised? I think it's going 6 to 7 games. Nobody's winning. Nobody's sweeping. Nobody's winning in 5. I like 6 or 7. And they are, looking at them, Joe, when you look at how they play and look at how they, the starters and, I think the Knicks probably have like 3 or 4 guys in double figures. Man, it's just hard to pick Brunson because that game is, if the game is in the clutch moment, I don't trust any. I'm not so sure I trust anybody more in the postseason than I trust Jalen Brunson in a clutch moment.
I agree. He's been special, especially down the stretch. Or when he's been counted out, he's come through time and time again in this postseason, and that's why I give the Knicks the edge. Obviously, they got home court advantage, and I think Brunson is going to be a difference maker, in this series. He's shown that.
Yeah, but they're moving on. Knicks are going to the Eastern Conference Finals. 119-81 victory over the Boston Celtics, minus Jason Tatum. I'm not so sure had they had Jason Tatum, they'd have been any different. But they didn't have him. The Knicks made sure, left no doubt, we're not going back to Boston. We're done. We're about to take 2-3 days off and get ready for the Eastern Conference Finals because this is our chance to get